Hey guys, okay, so today's video is going to be a review on the Divergent limited edition collector set, and I'm really excited to do this one because I've been really eyeballing this for a while, and it wasn't until I saw the review from Glam Moms. Rochelle did a review on this collector's kit. I will link her video down below, but after I saw her review, I was like, I gotta get it. I got an email saying that it was online, because I had been stalking it kind of secretly, and so once I saw her review, I'm like, now I gotta get it. But when I went to go get it, it was sold out, so I clicked for them to email me once it was back in stock, and they did. And thank God I got it that day, because within the same day it was sold out again. And it says it was sold out permanently, but I do see them still advertising it for in-store purchasing, so you might have to look in-store for it, but I know that they're still advertising it because I just got an email recently, and at the bottom of the email they had the collector's kit there, so I still wanted to do the review. This little collector's edition is named after Divergent, the movie. I guess it's inspired from it. And I believe the movie just came out yesterday because it's Saturday right now, the 22nd. So it must have been yesterday that the movies came out. But I never saw the movie. I know nothing about it, and I don't really care because I don't really go to the movies anymore. And the movies that I do see at the movie theaters are Disney movies because I have a 2-year-old. You can't go in the movie theaters with a 2-year-old. So I definitely haven't been into the movie scene lately, but I did like the actual set and the idea of it, and I loved the actual packaging. Look at that. That's so beautiful. It looks gorgeous. It says Divergent right here, and it's got this magnetic clasp that you open. When you first open it, it does come with cards on different makeup looks that you can do, which I think is a really great idea for people who maybe aren't so comfortable with all the colors in the palette, to kind of start off with some looks. They give you some ideas and how-tos on those cards, so that's a really good idea. Also, you get 4 palettes, 4 glosses, and a dual brush. Now for the brush, I did use it. It is a very, very soft brush. I do use Sephora brushes, so I am very familiar with their line. I do have a few in my collection, and I do really think that their quality of brushes is amazing. I have a recent brush that I picked up this month, which would be in my monthly favorites, and I will mention that at the end of the month. But this one's a really nice one. It's not the same quality as the Sephora brushes, but it is very nice. So the lip glosses I got were the Supreme Ritual, which is this one. This one is a nudie one. And then I got Natural Virtue, and this is another nudie one, but this one is more of a washout nude, and this one's more of a brownie nude. And then you got Temptation's Choice, which this one has a little shimmer in it. And then you have Fear Not, and this one's a berry kind of shimmery kind of color. Now, I will say, these 3 all look exactly alike, and this one just looks like a wash of berry. They're not very pigmented. They're a little bit minty, which I do like, but they're kind of just a gloss you throw over. It's nothing too amazing, but it's nice that they do throw glosses in there that you can take on the go. And the packaging is very nice. They remind me so much of, if you guys have seen the Ipsy bags from last month, of the Pop Beauty lip gloss, except it does not smell anything like it. This smells really weird, and this one doesn't, but if you can tell, they're literally identical, well, not identical twins, they're fraternal twins, but everything about them looks a lot alike, and so is the applicator. The applicator doesn't really pick up that much on there. If you see that, that's not going to cover too much of your lip if you have big lips, but I don't know. I like the lip glosses. I don't think that they're amazing. I just think that they're regular lip glosses. And they're minty, and I almost wish that the Buxom lip glosses were this kind of minty instead of so strong minty. But I guess that they wouldn't be really lip plumpers if they weren't that minty. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going off on a tangent here. Okay, so the first palette I have is the Dauntless Night palette, and this is what it looks like. It has some dark blue and some gray kind of taupey color, black, and a cream color, as well as the Transformer shade, which is absolutely beautiful. You can pull these apart, so that's really cool that you can just take them apart and add them to different palettes, or you can just take this one on the go, or just take this small palette with you. I do love that little factor. I love nifty things like that, that you can kind of transform, your makeup and stuff. But I will say that These palettes are very pigmented, but they're also a little bit chalky, almost like if Wet n Wild and Loreal Pro had a baby. I want to say that the look of it definitely looks like Loreal Pro, hands down, but the actual quality and like texture of it, it does feel a lot like one of the Wet n Wild shadows. Now, Wet n Wild shadows are very, very good. I love them. I do feel like they're a little step up from Wet n Wild shadows. Like, they definitely are way more pigmented, and the color range that they have in these palettes are just way better than any Wet n Wild you would find in the store, but definitely really like them. I'm just saying that they do remind me of the Wet n Wild eyeshadows a little bit as far as like the quality. And then you have this palette, and this is the one I'm wearing today. This is the I don't know this word, Erudite eye palette. Okay, and this one is beautiful. It has like your everyday colors, really gorgeous. You have like shimmery right here, your gold, taupey color, brown, and then you have your transformer. Really, really love this palette for like an everyday look. This one's perfect. I used the whole one today and it looks beautiful, and I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it looks beautiful in real life, and I really, really love the way this looks. Oh my god, it's so pretty. The next palette is Abnegation Eye Palette. Why are these names so weird? Okay, and the next palette is I think it's Abnegation. I might be butchering that name, but it's a weird name. So, okay, this one is a really nice like neutral palette. I love that it has like that light green right here, and then you have your cream as well as your like shimmery shade with the brown again, and then you have like the transformer shade, which is very beautiful. Now, okay, if you can see right there, this shadow is popping out a little bit. They do look a little loose in the palette, but it hasn't fallen out or anything like that, so I don't know. Okay, so the next palette we have is the Divergent Cheek Palette, and this is what it looks like. This is the one reason why I was most excited for this palette, because I love something like this where I have everything in one palette and it's easier for me to travel with. You have your bronzer, your highlighter, and your two blushes, one mauve one and one like corally one. So really, really liked them. This corally one does look a lot like NARS Orgasm. I've heard a few people compare it, and I've tried it. It does look a lot like it. I am wearing it today, and I'm also wearing the Gleaming Pearl highlight. I don't know if you guys can see, as well as the Intelegent bronze. Now the bronzer, you have to be careful because it could come off a little patchy. I do have uneven like facial structure from my car accident, so I do have to be very careful with bronzers, but I do feel like this is a really great, very intense bronzer. You get a lot of pigmentation with it. This would work amazing, especially for people with darker skin tones or for contouring. So I really, really did love this palette. This is what I was most excited about, and I'm glad it did not disappoint. I love the Gleaming Pearl. It is compared to Albatross from NARS as well. Albatross, I swatched it in the store. I actually never purchased it, but I'm glad I got this one instead because it literally looks exactly the same. I remember how it was, and it has like that golden kind of glowy, you know, yellow undertone kind of feel, and I really, really like it on the cheeks. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you are most likely someone who is into makeup, and you know that high-end makeup or a makeup palette itself is at least like $50, $53, you know, no less than like probably $40 you can get a palette for. And for this entire set, this collector's edition, you get it for 59 bucks. So I will have to say it is completely worth your money. You get a cheek palette, you get eyeshadow palettes, you get 4 lip glosses and a dual-ended brush. I mean, I don't know any set that has that unless it's like Christmas time or anything like that. So 59 bucks, you really cannot go wrong with this. If you are a collector, a makeup collector, or someone who just wants to start off in makeup, this would be such a great like starter kit or something to really get you amped up to start doing your makeup. I know I'm super excited to do a lot of tutorials with these. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun because I had fun today doing my makeup. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!